what's up? I'm just heading home from work. A long weekend. Had a long day yesterday and super short staff today. I actually was doing dishes back and forth from cooking. And I watched a video today, and it was of a mother that was the mom down in Uvalde that actually was handcuffed by the cops, slipped the cuffs, and I guess went into the school and actually got her two kids, found her two kids, and came out. This Uvalde thing's got me wound up. I've been pissed off since the day it happened. Man, I've done a whole lot of bitching about it, and I kind of let it pass, and then I saw that video today, and it really kind of got me wound up again. I've watched the press conferences with the timelines, and you know, just God, I'm so disgusted by it all. You know, and you know, as it's come out now, and they have the timelines and what happened here and there. You know what the chief of police, his decisions, Arredondo, his name is, piece of shit. You know, his decision to pull the cops out, pull the guys that were in the building out. They had 17 or 19 officers in that school that took fire. 2 of them were wounded, grazing wounds. They pulled out because the shots had stopped for a while. And Arredondo, this dude, decided that it was now a barricaded situation, a barricaded shooter situation, not an active shooter situation. I've watched press conferences with that. You know, they said that on the scene, this is the information they had. And I've watched them say how the Texas DPS and these cops down there have gone through all this active shooter training, and how they've, you know, they know the right thing to do. And there's an active shooter is to, you put yourself in danger, you risk your life for victims. And you know how the chief of police didn't, he wasn't getting up-to-date information, and didn't really know that, you know, there were still kids. There's kids calling 911 from inside, even at this time. Send the police. Where are the police? Send the police, please. And they didn't. And one of the most screwed up things, I think, is even if it wasn't an active shooter situation anymore, even if he was barricaded in those classrooms, he was in 2 classrooms. What about the kids that were, and adults, the teachers that had been shot? They're just saying, fuck them, let them die. You know? Like, they're just going to let them sit there and bleed? They're going to let them die. They're just going to let them lay in there. And then they found out that later on, like, oh, there was still kids alive. At that point, it shouldn't have mattered. It shouldn't have mattered before that. They sat outside for, what was it, 40 minutes or 50 minutes or something. I forget what the timeline said. And waited. And didn't let parents do anything. Didn't let their parents wanted to go in and get their kids. I would have wanted to go in and get my kid. You'd have had to do more than handcuff me to get me out of that, keep me from out of that school. I guarantee it. I don't know what would have happened. There'd probably be a GoFundMe to get me out of fucking jail right now if that happened at my kid's school. The school's not innocent either. You know, teacher propped open a door that shouldn't have been propped open. School should have been on lockdown when the dude crashed his truck across the street and shot at people. and the school hadn't gone on lockdown. I know it might have only been a few minutes, but still. And I don't know. I figured I'd do a video, bitch a little bit on the way home, so I didn't have to bitch when I got home. So, I just don't understand. After all these people have committed these crimes, how anybody with a badge could just sit out there and wait and try and devise some elaborate plan. The time was over. They were behind that dude when he went into school. He went into school and they confronted him when he was going into the classroom. And they decided that it was too dangerous. I don't know. Not in their best interest for one reason or another. And they decided to leave. And it really, man, this one really hit me hard. And my son's very, very close to the age of the kids that were in those classrooms. And I can't believe that anybody wouldn't put their life on the line for children. I don't really have words to describe how I've been feeling about it. You know, I talked to my wife about it. I've talked to some people at work, and I keep finding myself like stopping in the middle of sentences and just like kind of putting my hands up and being like, I don't know what to fucking say. I don't know how to put what I'm feeling into words. It's like rage. It's anger. It's disgust. It's disappointment. I don't think I've ever been disappointed in anybody in my whole life more than I'm disappointed in the people that made a decision to not go into that school. Or not stay in that school. It took people, people from the Border Patrol to come in there and say, fuck off, we're going in, and handle this, while others just stood around and waited for what? It's really upsetting. And I feel bad for the kids that went through it and will never be able to forget it. And I mean, I don't know how you get over that, especially at like 9, 10, 11 years old. Man. And it just really goes to show that you are your own protector and the protector of your family, and that you just can't trust anybody else to do it. As a dad, to now think like you can't trust the police or, whatever, DPS or whatever they are. You can't trust them to try and save your child? They did, those men down there, those officers down there, those people down there, I don't know if there's any women involved or not, did a disservice to every other person that wears a badge in the United States. They did a disservice to their town. They did a disservice to their country. And they deserve to be prosecuted, and I hope that they feel shame every second of the rest of their life, because that's what they are. They're shameful. They're a disgrace, and they deserve every horrible thing that's coming to them. They should have to stand in front of every one of those parents and family members of the kids and teachers that were killed and explain why they didn't do anything. I would want that. I would want somebody to stand in front of me like a fucking man, like a fucking grown-ass man, and I'd like to say to them, why didn't you do more? And I'd want a real fucking answer. I wouldn't want a bottled bullshit press conference answer of, we got bad information and we didn't know this and we thought this. Horse shit. You fucking let it happen. It's disgusting. So, I don't know. I just wanted to vent a little bit. I wanted to rant a little bit. I wanted to applaud that mom that fucking went into the goddamn school and got her kids. Nobody else would. Fucking crazy, man. There is sick people in this world. And there needs to be more heroes that are willing to protect them, to deal with them. I don't know. Take it easy. Thanks for watching if you watched. I just needed to bitch a little bit. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.